M is for. I'm kind of sad that the show is over. Definitely sad. But I actually really liked the ending. Contrary to what some people believe, I thought it was kind of really sweet and lovely. So if you've only been watching on American television, sorry, spoilers. Basically, it ends with Arthur dies in the final battle after Mordred stabs him, and then he stabs Mordred back, and they both die. Merlin goes and comes to him, kind of comforts him, tries his best to, repair him, but, the sword to the gut doesn't often work. He ends up telling Arthur, finally, that he has magic, which Arthur, totally doesn't believe at first. He's like, what? No! No way you were that sorcerer at the battle that was, summoning the lightning and being all freaking awesome. No way, you're just a servant boy. But then Merlin, through his tears, which was really sweet, and Colin's acting is fantastic, but he kind of uses the sparks of their fire to, form a dragon in the sparks, and then just kind of he's like, oh. And then Arthur has to struggle with the fact, kind of internally, that he's like, ugh, yeah, I said that everyone with magic is bad. This is my best friend / boyfriend if you're on Tumblr. Which, I have to say, I don't necessarily ship Merthyr, but the two of them are definitely the best of friends, and nothing should be allowed to separate them. So, and besides, if the legends are true, and Arthur's reincarnated, I mean, some legends say that everyone else gets reincarnated too, but the ones that I've read say only Arthur does. And if it's modern times and Merlin's been waiting for him for, a couple thousand years, what's not to say that they may become partners? That would be really fun. Anyways, and Arthur kind of finally comes around to Merlin having magic, and I think the show makers did a really good job with how they showed Arthur, kind of realizing all the things that Merlin has done for him in the past too, and just kind of going, oh, yes, you have saved my life a lot. Oh, and you did, oh, that was you. Oh, that was you too. And wow, yeah, I think that's cool. And then Arthur dies in Merlin's arms, and it's sad and makes you want to cry. But then the dragon sort of reassures Merlin that, Arthur will come back. He's the once and future king. He'll come back. In the meantime, Merlin just waits for him, and they end the series showing just an older Merlin with what you classically think of as Merlin, big long beard, long flowing white hair. You could just kind of see him walking down in this little country village in Wales. He kind of looks to see this island that is where he buried Arthur, and he's just still waiting, which is sweet. And I love all the fan fictions I've seen of when Arthur comes back in modern day, and obviously Merlin would be well adjusted, he's lived through the times, but Arthur will just kind of step out of the lake with his sword and his chainmail and be really confused. So, I don't know, it's fun. I did actually try my hand at writing some fanfiction too. I ended up going with Mordred being reincarnated too and running into Merlin. I will put a link to that down below. Just read it. I think it's pretty good. You should also check out Merlin if you've not seen it. Until next week.